Government of India has finally decided to procure the vaccines in a centralized manner and relieve the responsibility of the state government. Now, here, the government of India will be procuring about 75% of the vaccines manufactured and leave out the rest 25% to the private entities. One reason why the government has given out 25% to the private entities might be to reward the manufacturers for all the investments that they have made in research and development of the vaccine and also the production of vaccine. Because when it tries to sell to the government of India, it has to sell it about 150 rupees. But if it decides to sell it to the private entities, it might sell it about 900 rupees or 1,200 rupees. So it is going to make a huge amount of benefit, huge amount of profit when it comes to selling those vaccines to the private entities than to the government of India. But the other thing that quite shocks me, quite surprises me here is, now what happens to the 76th person who wants to get vaccinated? Because the government has said that out of 100 vaccines that are being manufactured, 75 will be procured by the government and the 25 by the hospitals, that is private hospitals. Now, what if all the 75 people get freely vaccinated? What happens to the 76th person? That is this question that is still there in my mind, and which has not been answered by by the guidelines that are actually released. So does that mean that these people have to go down to a private center to pay and get a vaccination done? Is that so? That is something that is still not clear. But hopefully, the government has come out with a good intention of vaccinating each and every citizen who is above 18 years and above, who's 18 years and old. Right. So the second announcement that the government of India made was 80 crore people will be getting ration until the Diwali, that is until November. This is a fantastic move. This is a welcome move because the coronavirus pandemic has actually brought in lockdowns, and these lockdowns have actually shut down a lot of activities, a lot of labor activities, a lot of construction activities, and a lot of these informal sector activities and jobs, which has brought a huge amount of burden on the poor people of this country. But at the same time, there is no scheme for the middle class people, but hopefully, at least the government is helping the poor people. And this is actually a welcome move. And it is said that both the vaccines and the ration might cost the government for about 1 lakh crore in FY21, that is financial year 21. So whatever it is, the government has to ensure that it takes care of its citizens. The government has to ensure that each and every citizen is vaccinated, and because only then we can stop this devastation of the coronavirus pandemic and open up our economy to move ahead, just like how China is doing right now. The information from China is extremely low. We are not getting enough information from them, but they have opened up their economies, and so as many European countries. So we need to move in that direction. And if we need to move in that direction, the government has to spend right now so that people are not burdened, rather benefited.